Are you watching this at 3 a.m. in the night after you can't fall asleep? I will help you improve your sleep, but you have to give me your undivided attention and don't go to the background of your phone and see things and do work and listen this into the background. Analyze this, okay? We are going to talk about 5 aspects of your sleep and how you will improve them. The first one will be your health. Check if you are too fat, check if you are too skinny, too shredded. Check if you train your neck muscles, you will realize that if you train your neck muscles enough, they get too big that you can't sleep, that you have sleep apnea. Check that. Check for all the medical condition that you might have. Okay, this is not for broke persons. Okay, check all the medical things that you have, and if you don't have the financials to do it, record set up a phone in front of your bed and record yourself. Do you mouth breathe? Do you talk in your sleep? Do you wake up in your sleep? I used to do that. I was so stressed at some times that I used to just wake up like this, not even wake up. I used to just sit like this in my sleep and talk something and go to sleep. My mother told me about this when one day when she show it is too funny when one day she analyzed me and said, "What are you doing?" And in the morning I was like, what I was doing. She was like, "You are sitting in middle of the night talking something." She got scared and this and that but I comforted her that there is no spirit in the house. Okay, so analyze all of those things, because you need to analyze what's wrong with you and then we will get to work. Have you analyzed? Do you mouth breathe? Mouth breathing is very bad for your skull overall health. Do you mouth breathe? Realize. Sleep apnea, all those things. Okay, so many people don't realize that they have medical conditions, they mouth breathe, they don't get enough sunlight, they don't get this, that and that, and then they say, "I can't go to sleep at night." Why? I don't know the reason. They act just all immature and this and that they don't know anything. I'm gonna tell you all the things. The second part is taking action. Okay, I'm gonna tell you some things that I have done to that has drastically improved my sleep. Okay, so the first and the single most thing that I have done is getting vitamin D supplements. Since childhood, I never ever gotten too much sunlight. I am living in a metro city, so we don't get sunlight here because the buildings are too tall and the front building is too tall. Suppose think of it like this: if there are two building, I'm gonna give you example from this side because there is shadow here. If there are two building in front of each other, they will get light in this direction like this and like this, so they covered the whole building and this and that, so I don't get sunlight that way. I don't go out because I mostly work on my business and stuff. I don't go to all of these crazy things and this and that. I don't go out that much, and even I when I go out to eat, that is at night time. I never go out to eat in the daytime because I just don't like it. I like working in the daytime, and when we are relaxing, we can go to eat all those stuff. Okay, so get these supplements, get your vitamin D checked and get these supplements. This is the reason. If you are looking to how improve my sleep, you might be thinking that it will reduce my dark circles. I have done it. I have reduced my dark circles and I was so like I can't even fathom how happy I was. And I have tried everything and this worked. This worked. It worked for me. It might work for you. Try this. Go to your doctor, or if you have those blood labs, okay, get yourself a vitamin D body test. Get it, check it. It might be too low. The range was for it is 75 to 250. I was 39. Get this, this is 10,000 IU. 10,000 IU. You don't have to get 10,000 IU, but this is not a medical description. I'm going to tell you a secret now. Your doctor will recommend this. Okay, this is not a propaganda that your doctor won't recommend this, but the RDA, the requirement daily that is on the government official website is 600 IU. This is 10,000 IU. A human can absorb 20,000 IU in a day. I would say get to 10,000 IU and you will feel amazing. Okay, you will improve your sleep because your body will know that you are not that you are not inside all day and you need to go to sleep. If you are not, your body doesn't know that you have gone to the sun outside, you haven't absorbed much sunlight, this and that. How will it know that it is night time and it had to sleep, it had to go to sleep? Okay, this is a very common sense thing but we don't get common sense in experience levels. Okay, the second thing I would suggest is, if you want, do this. If you don't want, don't do this because you might be cutting. And I would say get a hot milk. Okay, get hot milk and drink it and go to sleep. You could go to sleep easily after that. I don't know why I have realized that. It might be because the reasoning I got for it was that it is hot in nature, so our body cools down to digest it or anything else. It cool down and we need to cool down to sleep, so we sleep after that. But if you are cutting and you can't take milk and substance of those aspects, dairy aspects, you are lactose intolerant. I don't know even how people are getting lactose intolerant these days. If you are lactose intolerant, you could just drink milk for a month and you will not be lactose intolerant. That is simple as that. Your body will adapt because we are adaptive human beings. Okay, we can adapt. If we want to do that, do that. That has helped me. Okay, that has helped me certainly. But I forgot about that most of the time. But it had helped me certainly. Okay, now now the third thing is now the third thing will be, guess it, an air condition. I don't know where you are living. You might be living in a cool place, but it is something like, if you are from US, you will know it. If you are even from India, you will know it. The air condition. You could search in online. It is air condition stuff, and it basically chills your room. Okay, get the best one you can. It basically chills your room. If you don't care about the money, get the most expensive one because those has the settings that analyze your body. Those are the settings that you could set that will reduce or increase the temperature all the time. Get those in and you will feel amazing because you will sleep in a colder temperature. And if you are from a colder place, you don't have to do that. You could just do whatever you want. Get yourself a heavy blanket. The heavy blanket like this. Why heavy blanket? Just analyze that for yourself. I don't have the reasoning for it, but the reasoning thought thought from a guy was I heard from a guy was that as human beings, if you are sleeping alone, like it just gives your body a vibe that somebody is sleeping with you. If you are in a heavy blanket, just that you are in a safe place, you are in a that of I don't know what place, but safe place. Okay, do that. And one more thing you could do is get a very comfy and expensive mattress. I got one for I don't know. This is this is a very comfy mattress. I whenever I go into it, I just fall to sleep. Okay, one thing I also got, let me show you. One second, just one thing I also got is this thing, this eye mask. One thing I got is eye mask. Get these. Even if your room doesn't have any light, get these. This will like, what's the word, this will condition your mind. Whenever you wear it, you will go to sleep instantly. Okay, you will go to sleep after that. And get these type one, the velcro one. You know why? Because I tried many sleep masks and the problem I had was the one with the strip, the one that goes here, strip. Okay, when you wear them for like too many days, they in the night they just goes like this. In the night, I assume that you move a little bit, so they just go like this and your ears start paining and you just woke up and it is very painful for ear and you just remove it will disturb your sleep. Get these type one that covers your ear whole, that covers your whole ear. Okay, get these type one. Okay, now we're gonna get into mental aspects of sleeping. These are very important too, mental aspects. First of all, the thing you could do that has helped me in the second best for before after this is whenever I wasn't feeling sleepy. Okay, when I wasn't feeling sleepy, I just used to work. More work won't hurt you. Okay, I just used to work because if your body needs sleep, let it get sleep. Okay, don't do this. Yeah, I have to do wake up at this time, I have a job, this and that. You might have a job, but I don't have a job, and I can wake up whenever I want. That's the freedom I have, and nobody control my life. All of the good things you need to get into your order or your schedule how you like it. Okay, when suppose at the 2 a.m. you are not feeling sleepy, just go to work, and after working for 2 hours 3 hours you will feel sleepy and go to work after that. What's there to worry about? And you will realize this, if you do this you will get to sleep. But if you just stay there, because at 2 a.m. when you can't go to sleep, you will think about, I need to go to sleep, I want to do the work next day, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you can't do that. Realize that now, you can't do that because you if you can't go to sleep the night before because of the tension of the work the next day, how you gonna do the work next day? Just do the work right now. If you have the tension for it, do the work right now and then go to sleep. Can't you do that? If you have a job, I understand, but that's your life, that's what you choose. Okay, these are for individual that could do that, and even if you have a job you could do that. I know jobs are not too hard, you could do that. Next thing is, next thing, analyze this. Next thing is going to bed after walking for 30 minutes. Why? When you go to bed after walking for 30 minutes, first of all, if you are doing brisk walk, if you are doing brisk walk, your leg will hurt. Okay, in first some days your leg will hurt, and if your leg don't hurt, get a weighted vest. It will also help you lose weight, and it will also help you go to sleep. Because when you are feeling the tension in your leg, you can't stand up, you will just lay on your bed, and your body will think that it is in a better place than before, and it will go to sleep. That is also true. And you could do heavy workouts, that will also help. And the one and the only thing that has did the negative effects is tracking my sleep. If you track your sleep, you will never go to sleep very good. You know why? Because just think about it in this way, we can't go to sleep for 12 hour a day, 8 hour a day every day. We can't do that. We can't do that. Even if you have so much freedom, you have anything, you can't do that, because sometimes you have to travel, sometimes you have to go out, sometimes you have to drink, sometimes you have to do all sorts of things. You can't do that. So just don't calculate, because when you calculate, suppose you are calculating your stuff and this and that, and one day it has gone too bad, you slept for 3 hours. On that day you will think, I'm gonna get the sleep of the day prior. But you can't do that, because your body is adaptable to only 8 hours of sleep. You can't get 12 hours of sleep. In certain cases it could get that, but I'm talking in generality here. It will not get that sleep, and then you will think, no, I'm gonna get that sleep. Then you will try to chase the sleep, and the sleep will never come. That will ruin your life. And tracking my sleep doesn't help me a bit, even a bit. Doesn't it even, it just did the negative aspects of it. Okay, I have seen so many YouTubers say track your sleep, this and that. The other aspect is you don't have to wake up early. Most people wake up too early. Okay, if you are doing it for discipline, if you are doing it for discipline, if you are doing it for all sorts of aspects, do it. But if you are just doing because somebody told you to, you will become successful. No. I have gone to sleep at 3 a.m. in the night and woke up at around 1 p.m. 1 p.m. I woke up at that, and people will say, get 5 hours of sleep, get 3 hours of sleep. Sleep till you feel like you are done. Sleep till your body tells you to wake up. Just do that. Why not doing that? Okay, I understand you might have a job, but that's a life you choose. I can't help you in that aspect, but I can only tell you the tips you could do it. Sleep early. That's the only thing I could say. Okay, but if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a guy that is working for himself, that is independent, you could just go to sleep whenever you want, wake up whenever you want, and you will still become the successful, because the work that you do after waking up matters, not the time you wake up. Okay, and people will say normally things like, if I am in a jet business and I can't call my customers because if I wake up at that moment, they will wake up, this and that. That's the life you choose. You have to design your life for that. What they're to say. Okay, just do all those things and you will feel amazing after that. And the last thing I will give you is, if you want, okay, this things is very controversial. This thing will offset many of these online gurus that talk about hardship and this and that. Get a hot shower. You might be thinking, no, I'm only built for cold shower, I'm a real man, this and that. But we are doing cold hot shower here for a reason, not for comfort. If you do hot showers, your body will get cold from inside, because it is trying to balance out the temperatures, and when you go to sleep after that, you will sleep fine. You could do it, but I would suggest to you, I would say you could do it, and I have done it. But the thing I realized that my skin is very dry, so whenever I do it, I have to use moisturizers, and after my routine, because my skin will fall, my skin will get, the things, the flaky, my skin will get flaky, my hair will get dried, this and that, and it doesn't work for me, but it could work for you. Try it and let me know if it had worked for you. See you in the next one.